Welcome to Friday Night Ghost Frights. This is Haunted Road Media, and I'm your host, author and ghost historian Mike Ricksecker. A series of real, true experiences and encounters with the paranormal and the supernatural. Ghost tales that may frighten you in the depths of the night. Some may not believe the things I'm about to describe, but I assure you that everything I'm about to tell you is absolutely true. It is up to you, dear viewer, as to whether you believe me or not. Fort Chaffee, Arkansas, a maneuvers training post for the U.S. Army, is probably best known as the post in which Elvis Presley got his Army haircut when he was drafted into the U.S. Army during the 1950s. And in fact, his barber chair is still there. It was also the site of a Cuban prison facility during the early 1980s in which many deaths and murders occurred and can still be investigated for paranormal activity today. However, there was also a very elaborate, sprawling field hospital complex on Fort Chaffee that has unfortunately since burned down. I was fortunate to be one of the very last teams to ever partake in a paranormal investigation there. It was during June 2011, and we had a 2-day investigation at this location. We started on Friday night, rolled into Saturday during the day for a daytime walkthrough, and then Saturday night. Now that very first night there, because we did not have a daytime walkthrough, it was very confusing and disoriented. The complex literally sprawled everywhere with hallways, long elaborate hallways going off in all kinds of directions. When the Ghost Adventures crew did their investigation for their television show, they related it to the game Doom, and it's very much like that. No, I am not Zach Bagans, but I do play one on YouTube. This hospital complex was so massive that it had its own theater, its own bowling alley, several mess halls, and even had its own small prison on one of the wings. It was not a very safe place to investigate at all. There was wood rotting all over the place, holes in the floors, places that were spongy, there were ceilings that were caving in, paint was peeling all over the place, of course. We even had one guest investigator that actually fell through the flooring in one area. He was okay, but still, it was not a very safe place to investigate at all.
Yes.
That first night we got some mild activity, thought we saw some shadows in some different areas. Really was just getting the lay of the land. We had some activity back in one section in which, as we were setting up our devices, I thought I heard a thump coming from the back. And as I went back there to take a look and went into one of the rooms, there was a very loud, breathy sound that came through my camera audio.
First thing
I heard a thump.
Huh?
I heard a thump.
Return of aliens?
I heard a thump.
Oh, the aliens like it up? Oh, yeah. I know that's how. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Like I said, that night was fairly quiet. The next day, we did a thorough walkthrough of nearly the entire complex. We're pretty sore afterward. It was a lot of walking. We even ventured into some areas in which we were told not to go, but I guess it's pretty safe to say now that we did that. It was that night, however, that we got our best activity of the investigation. While we had seen shadows in a number of different areas, thought we heard maybe a few footsteps, we didn't really capture much on our video footage until we were coming down one of the hallways. We were basically proceeding in a single file, and in one of the side rooms we heard like a growl type sound. We went and checked it out. There was a nasty smell coming from the one room, and then when we came out, we took a look down the hallway and we're just listening to see if we could hear that sound again, that growl. And then from down the hall, a small ball of light danced up, and almost seemingly went right into my camera.
Somebody's saying, did you hear that?
I heard, it was like a growl or something.
Somebody's saying.
No, there was something moving on the
It was
ground.
right now.
There was something moving?
It was right as I passed by.
Go on there.
Stinks in here. Somebody down here with us? Are we disturbing your slumber? Well, I just caught something very interesting on the video. And all this dust flying everywhere, but there is this one orb. Could have been dust, but it just kind of like hung in the camera for a while and moved very slowly toward it. At the time, I thought it was dust, but I've had a number of people take a look at this clip after the fact, over the last almost 5 years. And most people that I've talked to believe that it is a spirit that is coming up there toward us and not a piece of dust. Unfortunately, the Fort Chaffee Field Medical Complex has since burned down. And in a twist of events, we were headed out to another location in Arkansas to do an investigation. And we just happened to be driving by Fort Chaffee that day. When nobody was looking, I snuck up close and took a few photographs that I probably shouldn't have captured. Following that immediately, we started filming a little video segment of just me describing the incident that had occurred there and, you know, the general sadness of that tragedy of losing a historic location. And all of a sudden, on the back perimeter of the Field Medical Complex, the fire kicked up again, and we were able to capture that footage. The only footage that I know of that anybody has captured of the rekindling of that fire. I only just released that for the first time last year. Here's a clip of it. Oh yeah, come over here, Ariel. Get those flames.
That's why they're not wanting anyone on.
Yeah, that really kicked up. That was not doing that just, what, 10 minutes ago when we showed up?
It's coming this way. Like,
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. You're going a little far. Right there, right there. Wow.
They're going to have another big fire on them.
This is yet another sad tale of us losing a historic landmark, a piece of history. It had just been approved to be registered as a historic landmark when suddenly it burned down and now is being used for commercial property. Think of that what you will. Thank you for watching Friday Night Ghost Frights. Please let me know what you think of our new show in the comments below. And if you have not yet, please subscribe. This is Mike Ricksecker. Until next Friday night.